Hey guys, what's going on? This is Adam Everett Miller with AETutsPlus.com, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a kind of a stop motion style that you can use for a behind the scenes video or any sort of a project. I don't know if you've ever been looking through pictures in Finder here on a Mac and just kind of notice how if you play back pictures quickly, it almost gives the illusion of life, almost as if they're animating it. You'll notice this a lot when you're doing like an actual portrait where maybe you have 50 of the same picture but just slightly different. You go to play through them really fast and it almost looks like it's animating. It's often kind of funny if people are given different reactions or whatever. It kind of simulates as if this is almost is an animation. I mean, really, that is the essence of what we do here. It's, you know, a number of stills in order, you know, which gives the illusion of life. So I kind of thought to myself, can I almost reverse engineer this, and instead of making stills look like they're moving, can I take video and make them look like they're stills, and not fully stills, but as if they are still frames or still moments, which are then compiled together to more create this sort of a look. So as you can see in the preview here that I created, this was all shot with video, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to shoot video so that I don't have to worry about actually taking still, you know, 100 times, and then later I can worry about breaking it out and making it look like little instances of an actual specific photograph. And my goal was to try to, you know, compose it well so that at any time it looked like, okay, this could be a nice still frame, or this could be a nice still frame, and whatnot. So I'm just going to walk you through this style a little bit. Also have kind of this repeating edge here, as if, you know, as the pictures are fading in the background, to make it look like it's photos being stacked upon each other. So that's what we're going to create. So I'm just going to take, I got 2 clips here. I'm going to take a couple clips from a recent shoot. I wanted it in a single composition. I want to sequence my layers. And if I play back my video in real time here, you can see that it will play smoothly, of course, because it is video. So what I want to do is, first off, there is this plugin. I have it kind of typed in here already. It's called Posterize Time. What that does is it essentially just changes my frame rate. So I'm right now at 24 frames per second. I can drop that down to 1 frame per second, and then let's take a quick look and see what that does. Basically, it means that for every second in the timeline, I get 1 frame, and it actually takes an instant at that point. It's not that it plays my first 4 frames of the video and drags it over there. It's not slowing it down that much. It's just sampling and grabbing, snagging a frame there, snagging a frame there, snagging a frame there. Okay, so this is what I want to do, but I don't want to do this quite yet. First, I want to add the style. Well, and just so I can show you the example, if we were to bring it up to 6, then it's not quite as extreme, obviously. It's going to have a little bit more of a jittery feel, which is what we're going to want to go for. So, all right, let's get rid of that for now. And just for clarity, I'm going to rename this comp to main comp. Okay, and then let's go ahead and take both of these guys, and I'm going to pre-compose them. Drop it in a new pre-comp, and let me double-click, and let's take these guys and scale them down just a little bit, maybe to like 88. Then let's create a new solid. What I'm going to do is just kind of create the style of the photo background. So we'll have a white solid. I'll drop this behind it. And I want to scale it down similarly, not 100% down to the, you know, not all the way down to 88, but just enough so I have kind of a little bit of a border on the edge here. Well, of course, it's going to scale the top a little less than the side. So let's bring this in because we want a nice even edge there. And I can take all these guys and I can even pre-compose these so that that's a solid. You know, now I'm working with this solid object. I'll scale this guy down just a little bit, maybe even just down to 90%. And what I want to do is I want to apply a wiggle to this, but I'm going to be doing it to the position first. I'll bring up P for position. Alt-click will bring us up, and we'll just type wiggle, and then in parentheses. Remember, with a wiggle, it's oh my, how often, and then how much. So how often, you might think, oh, let's not make it too crazy, but since we're going to want to have it be kind of jittery and have the picture really move all over the place, we want this to happen quite a lot. So we're going to go 5 times per second. So how often is 5 times per second? How much? Let's just say 40 pixels here. So Now it's going to be a little bit everywhere here. I'm just going to save this. Okay, so it's wiggling all over the place. Let's do the same thing with rotation here. Hitting R to bring the rotation up, and Alt click to bring up the expression. Again, let's type wiggle, and let's do this again 5 times per second. Let's just do a rotation of 3. Take a quick little look and see what we got here. Bring in my endpoint and shift 0 or 0. Okay, so it's a little too wiggly, obviously, now to be visible, or I'm sorry, to be attractive if we were playing back the video in real time. But what we want to do is we want to add that Posterize Time so that it will have more of a stutter feel. So we can go ahead and drop on our Posterize Time, and as we see here, holding down, doing a little RAM preview, it would appear as though nothing is really changing. And the reason for that is that it is changing. Well, I'm sorry, we have to do the 6 first. Basically, if you apply it, your video is going to be now playing at 6 frames per second, but your wiggle is being applied to the video just like this is being applied to the video. So the wiggle is not going to be affected by this Posterize Time. That's what I was meaning to show you. So let's get rid of this, and again, we're going to pre-compose it another time. And I'm moving all of the attributes again into a new layer. So now this wiggle is actually part of the layer. With that all bundled and nestled together, let's apply the Posterize Time to all of it and making it 6. Now let's do a RAM preview, and we're going to see that we get more of a stuttery feel, which is what we want. Okay. Next thing that I want to do is I'm just going to create a new solid. I'm going to make it white, drag it below, and I just want to create a maybe not white is maybe not the best choice. Let's just do like a gray or something. What I want to do is I just want to add a quick little drop shadow here that's going to differentiate from one to the next as we have repetitions behind it. So let's just right click here, add a quick layer style drop shadow. Okay, and what I'll do is go drop shadow. I tend to like to bring the size up and then the opacity down. Oftentimes I'll actually kill the distance altogether so it's not leaning towards one side. It's literally just creating a presence around it. And then let's turn the opacity way down to 20. And we're going to see why in a second. Okay, so now with that all done, we have our pre-comp, we're all good. And actually, let's go back in. I want to get rid of that gray. Now that I'm done, I just wanted to see it on that. I suppose I could have just chosen alpha, but I want to make sure that I could actually see what I was doing there. Okay, so now with this done, let's I'm just going to drop in a wood texture in the background here, just to make it look as though it's almost like on a table of some sort. Okay, so we have our stuttering, wiggling footage. Next thing that I want to do, and kind of the last thing that I want to do, is I want to create, almost making it look like there's pictures, just one happening on top of the other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to time, and I've played around with a couple. When I actually originally made the video, I did use some variation of echo, and echo is good. What echo will do is, I'll just set it up here quick with the echo. Echo will make a duplicate. Here, let me do this. I'll make 5 echoes, number. And if I just do a quick preview, it basically creates a short offset so that basically there will be a lag. It's going to duplicate the video 5 times, and then there will be a short lag, so the next one will appear negative 0.33 seconds in. So every so many frames, you can't see it as much with the Posterize Time on there, but it's going to be adding a duplicate, and then we would want to composite in front, which would then add them to the background below here. But this guy it just takes a little bit, especially when you start cranking up the number of echoes. Like if I go up to 50, it's just a little bit chunkety, or however you'd want to word it, because it's starting to create duplicates of the comp here along the way, and it just gets hard, and it's kind of hard on the processing. So what I'm going to do instead is, just to get a very similar result, I'm going to do the CC Time Blend, I think is what I had applied. Let's just take a quick look. Yeah, okay, CC Time Blend. And it doesn't have maybe as many options, of course, as Echo, but it will essentially do the same thing. I want to paste, and then I want it to, let's see here, as we move forward in time. Okay, I don't want it to be transparent. I want it to be in current frame. And then I want it to be 100% blend. I want it to composite over. Okay, and then let's just do a quick little look at this and see what this does. Okay. And now what this is doing, it's going to, this word right here, accumulation, basically it means that it's just leaving a trail that'll never go away. It just continues to build up. And that's why even though we only had a 20% opacity on our shadow, over time, it's really going to build up kind of a thick edge here. So what we do want to do is accumulation. We want to have it kind of dissipate over time. So let's maybe just do 95, something really light, and let's take a quick look at this here. Let's see how this feels. Okay, and you notice that it's kind of slowly then fading off into the distance here. And there you have it. There are other things that you can do. You can adjust the colors to kind of help with this stop motion feel. And I mean, you can kind of take it as far as you want, but this will at least get you started if you want to take your video and give it kind of a fun stop motion slideshow rummaging through old photos sort of a feel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you can maybe use this for something as you're working on behind the scenes or your next video project. Well, my name is Adam Everett Miller with AEtutsPlus.com. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.